Hello my friends and welcome to a first impressions video of high strategy Oradros. I actually played for like 2 minutes before I adjusted the music down as I normally do, and I realized here that it says the music is not safe for streaming. So I decided to just quickly restart my first impressions video to avoid any potential issues there. The developer of this wrote to me and they actually said they were trying to bring back the grand strategy genre. Now what's funny to me is in a recent video I said I didn't really like the term grand strategy because to me it's always just felt like a marketing term rather than a term of any substance. I mean, to me, strategy games are strategy games, right? And defining them as grand or not grand or whatever, however you want to define them, tactics, strategic, I mean, they're strategy games at the end of the day, right? Any definition of grand strategy that I've seen or heard people give includes games which I would not think of as being grand strategy at all, or, you know, particularly in depth. Like, for example, one definition of grand strategy is that, you know, it features a whole world and continent, much like this does. And that game is Risk. But Risk is really not a particularly in-depth strategy game. It's more like a game of diplomacy than anything else. Anyway, we're not here to argue about definitions. Let's have a bash at this game. I was going to just play a faction that's kind of like sat in a corner, because I always find that factions in corners are easy to protect. Let's play the Whisper Kingdom. There's a quick tutorial. Let's go. This is what I selected. This is as far as I got in my first recording. And then I realized, and then I went to turn the music down, and then I realized that the music was not safe for streaming. Okay, so these are my resources. Wealth, soldiers. Win the campaign by capturing these victory points. Sound cues are never the only source of information, but playing with sound on is still recommended. Okay. Okay, so these guys are best in the jungle. What is this? First row shows your current army composition. Okay. Other rows can be clicked to configure potential new composition. There must always be 5 uses. Available units depend on how many of what ancestries are present in your realm and will change over time. So I guess that's what it is at the moment. Or is it? Yeah, because that shows up here. Yeah, so that's what it is. Okay, alright, I get it. How do I tell what's... Okay. Terrain, swamp, terrain, jungle. Okay. Attacking here makes sense then, because I'm good in jungle. Okay. Attempt to attack a city by force. If it's part of another realm, they will have a chance to defend on their turn. Stop an attack at one of your cities. This has to be done immediately because an attack city will be captured at the start of the attacker's next turn. Make it more expensive to attack a city. They must spend 30% more soldiers while the defender does not. Increase city's maximum population by 1. Population will not grow above the maximum and will grow faster if there is more room. So okay, I lost a lot of soldiers there, it looks like. Okay, it costs gold to do that. Are turns passing? Yes, this is the third turn. So every time you attack or do something, a turn passes. Is this the cost to attack? 390. I can develop this, but nowhere else. That's diplomacy. Okay, I don't really understand why. All communities practicing a promoted ritual gain 5 happiness. Okay, and that's just the settings. Okay, I feel like this game could do with a little bit more explanation. So is this going to cost me $3.90? There's also plus 40 here. Okay, he defended it. I don't know. It feels like it might be a mistake to conscript my own guys. Okay, now I've got double spy on there. Okay. Can I not defend it? Do I need 590 to defend? Okay. I'm gonna presume I can't defend it because I don't have enough soldiers to defend it. I seemingly cannot do anything. Let's just go like crazy with the conscription and try and take this back. Burn this place to the ground. Just out of pure interest. It's really not obvious to me. Like, he just attacked him there. Now this is cut off. Wow, 780 to take that. Okay, so I can actually defend it this time? Yes. And it cost me the troop cost. So the troop cost is obviously calculated from some sort of math behind how your army defends versus how theirs attacks. And if you don't have enough troops available, you cannot defend. I got so many ears on this town now. So that plus 30 must mean that's extra costs for him to attack. I can't defend this frontline town. I kind of just wonder what this means. I don't know. It feels like I need like way more tooltips to understand this, but it's just seems like a kind of in-depth risk kind of game where spying and defending can taint the attacks and defends, and depending on your army and the terrain. So you can find a weak city that someone has, for example, and smack it repeatedly to cause them to lose lots of units. Which sort of feels like that's what's going on right now. I wanted to fortify this, but I'm not allowed to. And I'm not sure why. And if these two are smacking each other, then there might be an opportunity to hit this guy. Okay, I can fortify this. No, he immediately hit me back, and I don't have the soldiers to stop it. In fact, by doing that, he's actually gotten rid of all of the spying that I had on there. Clever girl, as it were. Okay. So, anyway, I mean, I think the developer of this game has got a very clear vision for a kind of in-depth risk type of game. And it's not obvious to me how you grow your towns or your soldier base or any of that kind of thing. So this is the capital. Current maximum population. Value based on local terrain plus level of development. This indicates the progress of population growth. When the bar fills up, a new community will be generated. So these must be the communities. Okay, so this is now development 2. How much does that help? Oh, this is it. So this is 1 population and this is 2 population. Okay, now it makes sense. And this would be 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and so on. I think. Or is that the development? No, because this is a population bar that fills up, right? And this grew. I don't know, there's some obvious depth here, but I think you need to sit down with the manual and actually come to understand it, because it's really, to me, it's not that obvious entirely what's going on. Some things are very obvious. I understand the attacking and defending now, and then using fortify and spy to increase the costs or decrease the costs of attacking a particular point. So if you really want to bleed somebody, you put like 1,000,000 spies on their on the point that you want to hit them, and then you hit them over and over again there, and it costs them more to defend than you to attack. Especially if you've reorganized your army to be effective in the particular terrain. So those bits I get, but the happiness population side of it is not entirely obvious to me how it works. So anyway, I mean, if you're a fan of Risk and you want something a bit more in depth, then this is probably for you. I guess my only real opinion here is that I think I would want like a better explanation of exactly what's going on with population control, production, and growth and development. Like, there's obviously some complexity going on there. It's not obvious to me how it works, and it should be. Attacking consumes any secrets. It's not obvious to me, for example, like why would you assert on a city? Why would you appease a city? Why would you displace a city? Okay, alright. That's it for this first impressions. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll link this to the developer so they can answer your questions in the comments if they wish. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking for Super Risk, then this might be for you. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time.